I don't know what's going on. ¿Qué haces? I've just been seeing Patti hobble around. I thought it might have been an ant bite. Patti, come. How are you walking? That's how you're walking, hey? What? Ah.
¿Qué camino para el viaje?
What do you reckon, Patti? We are now closer than ever to reaching the capital city of Argentina where we'll meet Mum, but it wasn't without the long highway days which uncovered more motor issues. This has been an ongoing theme the past couple of videos where my maintenance fixes, small part changes and even a hole in the fuel cap have not resolved the fuel flow issue. But up until this point, we had never met a Franco.
He's gonna help us try to figure something out.
An apparent legend amongst these parts who took all of 10 minutes to completely fix Tori. So for the first time in a long time, we have a fully functioning tuk-tuk en route to Buenos Aires, where we'll stay with old friends until my mum arrives.
Oh, look at that, we're just coming off the highway. Looks like we got up ahead a cheeky little feed.
¿Estás cocinando?
Sí.
Ok, perfecto. Vamos. ¿Qué tenés, amigo?
Tenemos cerdo y chori. ¿Qué querés comer?
¿Es para choripán? Buenísimo, ¿qué tenemos?
Echarle, sacale foto.
Perfecto, buenísimo. Ah, genial.
¿Qué le querés echar? ¿Tenés criollita, mayonesa, sabura?
Lo más típico de
Lo
acá.
mejor.
Ok, buenísimo.
Eso es lo mejor. ¿Vos de dónde sos?
Soy de Australia.
¿De Australia?
Sí.
Mirá,
Gracias.
¿estás recorriendo toda la Argentina?
Es exactamente qué estoy haciendo. Sí, hace un año estoy acá.
Ah, ya hace un
Hasta
año.
ahora nunca probé del típico
Choripán.
Choripán, sí.
Ahora vas a ver lo que es.
Perfecto.
Es riquísimo.
Gracias. Gracias. ¿Puedo sentar?
Sí, sentate
Ok.
tranquilo.
The little truck stop. The tuk-tuk's on the other side of the barbecue there. This is gonna be good, eh? It's rico, amigo. It's just what we needed. Ciao, ciao.
How good was that?
That was just hit a spot, didn't it? Had a bit of onion, so I didn't give you any, miss. But you already had brekkie. It's cool when it's cool. How much we got? Listo, amigo, gracias. Muchísimas gracias, amigo.
Buen día.
Ciao, ciao.
Yeah, I don't usually say yeah to those guys, but why not, you know? Gotta help some legends out. Now, as we've gotten this close to Buenos Aires, it's our first toll in a long time.
¿Cómo está, amigo? Es una moto.
Pásate por el costado.
Oh, gracias. He said just pass through. I don't know if I'm gonna fit, my brother. He said if it's a motorcycle, you'll fit. It's gonna be inside the... Hey, che, gracias. Buenos Aires, vamos. Patti's out there, just doing a thing. We're just having a bit of a bathroom break. I found in the town a cheeky little bakery, and I had to show it off to you guys. She just said, "Hey, would you like a ham and cheese tart?" And I said, "What does that look like?" She pulled out this thing, and I honestly thought it would be maybe $11 US at least. Sometimes this is the price of this thing. This huge, look at my hand, $3 US. That's dinner. Come on. Come on. Like, Argentina, I love you, man. This is awesome. Let me see. Oh, check it. No way. That is full to the brim. I don't know how this is $3 US. It's like, it's got at least $4 of ham in it. That's minus the whole cooking process, and that's at a bakery. Patti.
Esa, Patti.
How good is that?
Well then, after a big day of driving, we've just arrived to our first ever crack at a municipal camping. So it's just a free camp in the soccer field, really just in the suburbs. So more or less it's safe. Patty's gonna sleep in the tuk-tuk. I'm gonna put the tent right here. I've just realized after all the driving we did today that we are now one highway day away from Buenos Aires. First, I'm gonna go to La Plata, which is like an hour away from the capital, see some friends, and then I'll be between there and the capital, which will be absolutely wild. So we're looking forward to that. I think this dog's a bit confused, the one that Patty's trying to play with, because I believe he's blind. I don't know, I've just got that vibe. Does that look like a blind dog? I don't know. Guinness. Break. Good break. Good morning, Patticita.
What? Straight in the tent.
Hey, Patti. You sleep all right? Literally just woke up. I don't love to stay just in the suburbs for too long after the sun's up, so we're gonna get out on the road. I need to get to a service station, get on some Wi-Fi, call my mates and be like, hey, I didn't think I was coming until a couple days time, but we've been making some moves. Is it all right if I rock up this afternoon? So today's the day. The literal house where I was in the kitchen of saying, I think I'm gonna go to Bolivia and buy a tuk-tuk, and the rest is history. So to just come back to this comfortable place where they were really supportive, they didn't even laugh at this idea of it being so insane of what I wanted to do. But yeah, we'll be back there with them. I don't know what's going on. ¿Qué haces? Patti, come. How are you walking? That's how you're walking, hey? What? I was really confused. I was trying to check her for everything to see if she had anything in her foot. Except for the fact that, like, I just killed 4 mosquitoes just then. She's got quite a puffy, come here, papa. Okay, yeah, relax. She's got quite a puffy elbow, so it looks like potentially, and she doesn't like me touching it, a couple of mosquitoes have gotten to it. You can see how puffed up that is. She's shaking. And she's just been irritating it and biting it. I've got some cream. I'm gonna put that on her now. She's obviously not her normal self. There she is, just chilling out. Are you getting better? Excuse me, miss. You got a mosquito on your forehead. There you go. Just a classic fuel up before we get back out on the road. A waiting game now. Obviously she's not putting weight on it still. Freaking hell. She does look so cute though. Patti, ¿qué haces? Whoa! Let's see how it is. We're keeping an eye on it. To make it a little comfier, we got the blankets for you, don't we, Patti?
Yeah.
So yeah, we just pulled up, and at the YPF we'll just use the... Ay, gracias, che. Gracias. Gotta use a bit of the Wi-Fi to call these legends. Hola, Andrea. Buen día, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás, Ryan? ¿Todo bien? ¿Por dónde andás vos?
Llegué ahorita a Las Flores, che.
Estás re cerca, en Las Flores.
Exactamente, sí, estuve haciendo kilómetros las últimas días y me parece que voy a llegar en la tarde. Sí, está bien.
Genial.
¿Sí?
¿Vos seguirías para La Plata?
Sí, sí. Muchísimas gracias.
Por favor, voy a preparar algo rico para comer mañana domingo, entonces.
Son lo mejor. Gracias.
Bueno, Ryan, un beso grandísimo.
Gracias, chao, chao. That's really nice, Patti. We've got a comfortable spot.
Si pasa la aguja, está sobrecargado, no pasa nada.
Sí.
Si está para abajo,
Hay que recargar, le falta presión.
Okay.
Vuelve a activar y no anda.
Falta de gas?
Claro.
Funciona con gas? Okay, genial. Nice. I met these guys and they work in the fire extinguishers and they were just checking the vehicle out. They were just checking my gas bottle that it's all working well. So yeah, part of the adventure. Gracias, amigos. Gracias. Quiero? A bit of the culture. You whip out a mate and share it around, especially with you guys. No, en Australia. Un gusto, amigos. Claro, claro, claro. Yeah, everybody waving me off. That's wild. Vamos, Buenos Aires.
Un segundo y nada más hacia la felicidad. Como una luz fugaz, un instante que se va, que se va.
We're getting close, man. We are getting very close to La Plata. Buildings coming in. We're about 5 kilometers off the center, so we'll go check the center out just for a little throwback. Again though, cities, gotta be careful throwing the camera out the door. There's just a lot of motorbikes around now, and I'm not used to it. My head's not there yet. It's not in that alert mentality where I gotta be aware in that. But that'll come soon enough. I gotta get into that headspace before Mum comes as well, because I gotta be the one saying, hey Mum, we can't have our phone out in the street because a dude on a scooter can take that away from us very easily. What do you think, Patti? Not bad. Torito, sí. ¿Vos sabes? Ah, ¿en serio? Sí, de Santa Cruz es. Gracias, amigo. Sí.
Agarras la diagonal.
Okay. What's up? He didn't like the guy. He had a little bark at him, eh? A legend, he just told us how to get to the center. Little feria, a market going on. Gracias, amigo. Ciao. All the way out to the center. La Plata is bigger than I remember. Suerte con el día. Just pulled up more or less and we're close to the center. We're very close, I believe. We're gonna just do a cheeky drone flight to show you guys that La Plata is a city of diagonals and squares. It's kind of built around the main plaza in the middle and then it just goes out. I haven't seen it with a drone before, and streets don't have street names. They're all just numbered. You go just on the corner, you got 45 and 12. So people will say I live on like the corner of 32nd and 15, you know, we don't have that in Australia. So here we are, go check it out.
Trato siempre de pensar en el ahora quiero estar. La vida es lo que se da. Es un instante que se va, que se va. Ver el cielo cambiar de color.
And we have arrived. This is the center of La Plata, just in front of us. So I'll show it off. Patti, you gonna stay here for me? Good girl, good girl. We just let her out to let her run around and I put some more cream on. How's that going? Is that better? It's gonna be a process. You're getting there. Maybe you're in a bit of pain. You just relax, okay? So, Patti's gonna chill. We're a bit early. The parents of the house are maybe getting there a bit after us. I don't know how parking works. like if you have to pay and that type of thing. So we're not gonna stay for very long, but wow, it's so much bigger than I remember this. This is a cathedral, I believe. It's like the cathedral on one side of the plaza, and at the very end of the other plaza is the government building, I believe. This is just in the center of La Plata. This plaza is insane. Look at that. You guys don't see like a lot of touristic stuff like with me, the way I travel, but well, I guess when we get to cities and things, you get a little bit of everything on this little tuk-tuk travel that we're doing. I'm gonna rush over to the plaza and then I'll get back to the tuk-tuk, get back to Patti, and then we'll see if we'll pull up at the house, and even if we're a bit early, wait for these legendary parents that are taking us in. So popcorn stands and stuff, the stuff that you usually see in a plaza, typical. A little train rolling around too. I wouldn't be with the camera if it wasn't broad daylight, you know? What's the lady behind me doing? So one side you've got the cathedral, and I guess, yeah, the very end, huge white government building. A few sky rises around. Welcome to La Plata, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a tuk-tuk pretty much to Capital Federal, more or less. We're about an hour from Buenos Aires right here. So typical looks as well in the plazas, just like everybody out drinking mate. It's a whole vibe. They've got a good university here in La Plata, which is why it brings a lot of students from the, well, I was gonna say campus, but like people from outside towns travel and then come to live in La Plata and Buenos Aires. And the universities are all free in Argentina, which is quite cool. It's a lot of opportunity for people to get an education. Not bad. It's different to see this place again more than a year later now. And getting here, so much has happened. Getting the dog, getting a tuk-tuk, it's very wild. We're in Buenos Aires. ¿Cómo estamos, amigo?
¿Qué decís?
¡Fijémonos este evento!
¡Qué alegría! ¡Patti! ¡Vení!
¿Qué haces, loco?
Relax,
Hola,
¿ya?
bebé.
Hola, Patti.
¿Conoce a mi amigo?
Vení, subilo a la calle. Lo entramos por el garage.
Ah, perfecto.
Sí, no da para dejarlo afuera. No, no se puede.
Bueno, ¿conoce a mi amigo, Patti?
Vení, Patti.
Sí, no creo.
Bueno.
Acá no hay
Ah,
¿Todo bien?
¡Qué
No
alegría!
hay perros, nada, así que... Pati!
Queríamos
tenés una
llegar,
casita.
queríamos llegar.
No se puede creer. Yo venía pensando, no solo qué rápido que pasó, sino que lo lograste, loco. Qué genial,
sí.
que lo lograste.
There she is, the Miss Patti. Hey. So we're at the house and Patti is very comfortable already. And so am I. It's a bit of a paradise, I can't lie. And this is like the barbecue room.
Bueno, te lo hago. Cuando llegamos,
¿Y qué tenemos?
un poquito de grasa, le puse apenas. Y ahora, bueno, varias cosas picaditas finitas.
Ok, perfecto. ¿Y qué estamos cocinando?
¡Locro!
El locro, buenísimo.
¡Locro!
Y funciona re
Es
bueno.
Cebolla puerro, un secreto puerro y morrón.
Qué bien. Eventualmente vamos a poner el carne.
Sí, argentino.
Y
bien
es
argentino.
un gran cuchara.
Una gran cuchara de mi tatarabuela.
Buenísimo.
Y se moviliza dibujando un número 8.
Ok.
8.
Perfecto.
Y si no, la I. Siempre con onda, siempre con onda.
Qué bien.
Y ahora toda la carne.
Aquí tenemos un poco de chorizo.
Bondiola,
Bondiola, ok.
panceta,
Sí.
chorizo, puro cerdo y chorizo colorado argentino.
Perfecto.
1, 2, 3. ¡Wow!
Lo dejo acá para después.
Qué bien.
Bueno, y
Este es otro tipo de horno.
¿Para qué
Claro,
normalmente?
ponés fuego arriba, fuego abajo, tapás y se hace enseguida.
Perfecto.
Y allá el ahumador. Acá está el ahumador, mira. Este es el ahumador. Prendés el fuego ahí y sale por arriba.
En el lado, prende ese fuego y
Ahí adentro mete la carne.
mira, ahí tenemos. Y Patti está re feliz con la familia acá. Comiendo.
Un poco de familia,
Cómodo y todo.
todo bien típico.
Nunca faltamos el mate.
No.
Y no necesitas cocinar tanto tiempo, es como
No.
15 minutos.
Despacito, 1 hora,
Ok,
más o menos.
buenísimo.
Fuerte. Ahora se cae todo.
Adentro de maíz blanca y poroto.
Un poco. Eso. Ponete acá jugo. Sí, no pasa nada, bueno, todo lo vamos a usar. Los cocineros van a matarnos, pero no importa, está perfecto. Tú puedes. Esa. Después el ruedita y toda la parte mala. Todo. Está todo natural,
Perfecto.
más rico.
Sería increíble.
Para que está más espeso. Con
it's getting better.
alumno, ¿cómo se dice alumno? Student.
¿sí?
With Andrea. I am your learning. ¿Ves que es más espeso?
Sí,
Se va
tienes
espesando.
razón, sí. No, un poquito, pero es buenísimo.
No, se recongela.
Bien frío.
La puse recién un ratito.
Y de Patagonia es de acá.
Es del sur.
Buenísimo.
Sí, se me recongeló.
Un IPA.
Sí.
¡Qué hijo de puta! Uy, no, Marce, basta. Me estás arruinando la comida toda linda. Ajá.
Eso, todo empezó acá en esa casa y estuve por Bolivia después y bueno, gracias. Y estamos comiendo increíble.
Ahí.
Gracias.
Yo te digo, animate la comida con esto porque no está mal.
No está picante. No está tan picante.
Buenísimo, vamos.
Si querés ponerle este.
Va a estar tan
Si te
rico
animás,
el mondongo
ponele este.
como esto, lo ves especial.
Este le da un sabor picante.
Es increíble.
¿Te gustó?
Sí.
Muy bueno, ¿no?
Wow, me encanta. The patty is really comfortable. So are we. It's a nice little setup. And this is our little editing spot that we've got going. We made it. We got to Buenos Aires. And I'm really, really grateful for it. Thanks for the support, you guys. What a day, what a day. They've got a freaking tree in their backyard. That's awesome.